Right now at 11 o'clock, it's a story of bad business. State investigators are taking action against a builder that's accused of leaving a lot of people in the Bay Area high and dry.
No shame. How many people have you done this to?
If these guys get away with this, there is something seriously wrong with our system.
So far, 20 clients have told us the contractor took big money up front but left an unfinished project in their yard. That contractor builds ADUs. More of this is coming to light after our exclusive reporting. New tonight, the state is recommending legal action while the builder is exploring bankruptcy.
Consumer investigator Chmura has been talking to some key players, including the man who ran the firm and a local military family who feels tricked. Chris?
Good evening. We're talking about Anchored Tiny Homes and its spectacular collapse. Its CEO insists it was just a failed business. Those are his words. But a former executive and a devastated North Bay family feel it was more than failure. They believe it was criminal.
No, you don't need to make faces.
On the couch with his family, Steve Sonza is just dad. But the medals and plaques on the wall behind them are a reminder. He's also Major Dad.
16 years in the California National Guard.
Steve says he's now medically retired, 100% disabled with service-connected post-traumatic stress.
Mostly on the southern border, Korea a little bit.
PTSD plus memory issues. So when his family enlisted Anchor Tiny Homes to build a $330,000 ADU in the backyard, it seemed smart to link the contractor directly to their bank account to ensure no payments were forgotten.
They actually specified the payment schedule.
The family got a state grant, plus a home equity loan. They used those to pay Anchor Tiny Homes for initial plans and permits. But then, March 21st, 3 huge, unscheduled bank transfers.
So this is $100,000 to Anchor Tiny Homes. And then below that, it's another $100,000 to Anchor Tiny Homes.
And finally,
$21,275.65 to Anchor Tiny Homes.
Same day.
Same day.
$221,000 in one day.
From our retirement savings, all of it, essentially. Wow. Drained it.
Steve showed me what they have in their backyard. Zero construction.
Where it's supposed to be.
For their state grant, home loan, and retirement fund.
$315,700.
Even if Anchored Tiny Homes had started building here, it never should have taken those big advance payments. The contractor board says it is against the law for a contractor to collect payment for work not yet completed or for materials not yet delivered.
Well, I mean, it's clear the law was broken. I mean, they're not allowed to, even if it was an accidental blip in the system, they have to return the money as soon as they find out.
Steve says he repeatedly asked Anchored Tiny Homes for his money back.
I tried to call out and reach out to him.
What happened?
Nothing.
Did they respond at all?
No.
Nothing?
Nothing.
Steve was too patient with Anchored. By the time he gave up and asked his bank to reverse the unauthorized transfers, the bank said it was too late.
That pains me to hear because this is probably one of the biggest flags that I saw near the end of nearing my departure.
That's Chris Pace. He used to be Anchored Tiny Homes Chief Operating Officer. Today he works for a different ADU company. He says he quit Anchored in part because the company was illegally asking families to prepay for future work and materials.
What was essentially told to me is we're going to go ahead and push out invoices to everybody.
Some people paid.
$31,296.
About $40,000 plus.
$80,000.
We wanted to know why the company wanted all that money so early, especially when Pace's boss, CEO Colton Paulus, spoke freely on his podcast and elsewhere about how big his tiny home company had grown.
I can tell you right now, $100 million business.
First and foremost, I don't think there was $100 million.
Pace claims he saw the company inflate some figures.
Some sales that would be canceled and they would still take them and put them as a sale on the books.
Pace says he hasn't filed any reports with law enforcement, but he thinks they should examine the business's books.
Oh, I think they're going to find a lot of red ink. I think they're going to find a lot of bad investments.
Pace points to questionable spending, like CEO Colton Paulus's podcast.
You can take your life to the next level.
3 people on staff, plus travel expenses to meet social media influencers.
How much of the podcast actually had to do with the ADU business?
None of it.
None.
Absolutely none.
Is that a legitimate business expense then?
I don't believe so.
By text message, Paulus denied Pace's allegations. He said payroll was $1 million a month, but didn't answer when I asked how much he paid himself. Paulus said, "It was a failed business, and I hate that it happened." In another message, "I feel horrible. I have to carry this for the rest of my life. I'm sick to my stomach." At Paulus's office, we found no one, but he's still working somewhere. State records show a new LLC registration with his name on it. Contractor launched, filed July 31st, as ATH was imploding. Hello Builder LLC registered last October, but look here, the record shows formed in Delaware. A bankruptcy attorney told us Delaware is widely known to be friendlier to debtors than California. Paulus told us it's nothing. Then it was an idea to help contractors get business.
Before he tries again, he should probably fix the issues that right now.
Back in Rohnert Park, Tracy and Steve's family just grew by one. Meet 4-week-old Bodie.
This is what they stole from.
A healthy baby boy is bringing some joy back here, but the family's still upset about their empty backyard and savings account.
If these guys get away with this, there is something seriously wrong with our system.
We're not sure how many unfinished ADUs are sitting in people's backyards. The former COO estimates as many as 400. The state contractor board says it's still investigating. Several homeowners say they've also contacted the FBI and district attorneys. One Bay Area district attorney's office says it's looking into it. Customers are hungry for answers and accountability. Each day we're hearing from more homeowners whose ADU is stalled, even though they prepaid for part of it. You can share your story. Scan the QR code on screen right now to fill out our consumer complaint form online.